Good evening. Hello once again. Tonight, the topic is a long one. Step 12 is a long step, the longest one out of all of them, of the 12 steps of recovery, which was originally 12 steps of AA. So a 12 step is having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. We try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. So what we're getting at here, folks, is I'm an alcoholic. So as an alcoholic, I try to reach out to the other alcoholics because that's my main focus, because that was my main choice of my, well, you'd say drug of choice. And so, with this being the longest step out of all of them, this is where we begin to compile all of them together and use them. We've been using them in our everyday recovery. Well, at least for some of us that are using the 12 steps. I find the 12 steps very helpful. So I still come back to them every so often whenever I need to read them, or whenever I need to find some good advice. The 12 steps is usually good for that. And so I it's been a year since I've had this channel going, and so I figure the 12th month, this month, December, would be a good month to end the 12 steps of recovery that I've been working on all year and focusing on each one. And if you go back into my this past year, you'll be able to find all the 12 steps. So what this means, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we've begun to recover. We've started to turn our lives around. We're starting to become more manageable with ourselves and with everything that we do. So we try to carry this message to alcoholics or to other addicts, wherever we can, and we also to practice these principles in all our affairs. So we continue to practice what we preach. We're going to talk the talk, or we're going to walk the walk, or we're going to walk the walk, talk the talk. We're going to talk the talk. I think that's how that goes. So if we're going to walk the walk, we're going to talk the talk, and if we're going to talk the talk, we're going to walk the walk. So what that means is practice what we preach. So if we're talking about the different things that we must stay away from, people, places, and things, people that'll help us to fall astray of our recovery, folks that'll bring us down, people that don't want to see us do any good at all, people that want to bring us down as just as low as they are. These are the folks that you try to avoid, and these are people that want to try and cause trouble for you. They want to, they just got nothing better to do with themselves. They hate themselves. They don't know how to find those steps to recovery, or to find that help that they need to get to your spiritual level. Okay, so not everyone's going to be able to comprehend what you're talking about. A lot of people will look at that as you're recovering. There's some folks that were your friends, maybe even a partner that's still using. They see that as a threat. You are a threat to their partying, to their drinking, to their self-destruction. And but you will attract what you put out there. You will attract other recovering addicts that are on the same intellectual level as yourself. When you begin to recover after about the first and second year, you begin to you will show that glow. You'll start to shine with that. It's not all hunky dory. It's not going to be all happiness. It's not all going to be a bowl of cherries. Okay, it's not all going to be everything easy on out. Just because you quit drinking, just because you stop doing the drugs, that doesn't mean it's all over. That there's still a lot ahead. Okay, there's still a lot ahead. So you got to watch that you don't get too. Everything is going so well that you decide that you might want to go out of your way to mess things up, to screw it all up, because some of us tend to do that. After we've recovered and after a while, we tend to relapse because things are going so well that it's built into our consciousness to screw it all up, because we always believe that we don't deserve better. Okay, that's why we choose these abusive partners, because we don't think we deserve better. Okay, we've been told that all our lives, that we're the bottom of the bottom, we're low. We've been told that by the courts. We've been told that by other people. We've been judged. We've been called every name in the book. Okay, so we start to believe that after a while. So it's time to start believing in yourself. You are not those things anymore. You are important. You are a beautiful, loving person to your family and to your friends, to your children, to all that is important to you. After the 12 steps, you've begun to take shape. You're building your life again, and you're coming out of that shell that you were in. So, what you want to share is, how did you get there? What did you do to recover? What did you do to be sober for 3-4 years? For me, a lot of folks won't agree with it, but this is my program. Okay, so I use native spirituality, which is my culture, and I use marijuana, cannabis, as a medicine, and that's what helped me to quit drinking for the past almost 12 years now. And a lot of people look at that as, oh, you're not fully sober yet. Okay, you're still mind altering drugs or whatever it is. Okay, the government says that it's a mind altering drug. Okay, in our native culture, it's medicine. In our South American native cultures, it's medicine. This medicine was given to us by our brothers in South America, and we share all these medicines, all these knowledge of medicine. So that was part of my recovery. Okay, so we have that in our ceremonies. We have peyote ceremonies. Mushrooms are part of our medicine. These are natural. This is natural medicine. Okay, it only becomes a drug when the government or when the authorities start to label it as so. That's my belief. Okay, you might have your own beliefs. Okay, you might think what I'm saying is a lot of crock of shit, a lot of bullshit, but that's okay. Okay, you have your beliefs, and you don't have to listen to me. You can tune out anytime you want, but these are my beliefs. And sometimes I also recommend that with 12 steps, that you use prayer and meditation as much as you can also. And, because you have to give thanks to your higher power, right? Give thanks and believe in yourself. If you don't believe in anything, believe in yourself. That you've done this, that you can do this, and you're going to continue to do this one day at a time. You're going to continue walking forward, and others will see you. Even maybe your own friends, maybe your own relatives will see you, how good you're doing, and you're going to make people smile. You're going to make people proud. I see people out there already. 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, before you started recovering, I saw the situation you were in. I watched some of you over the years here in my community, how you started take one step in front of another, and how you start sharing that with others in the community through your Facebook posts or through your other forms of social media. And I really appreciate that when you're doing your sharing, because it helps me also. Okay, other long timers. I'll call myself a long timer because I've been away from alcohol. I don't see myself going back to that way of life or that any kind of self destruction. Okay, so I don't see myself going through that. So I try to tell that to others and carry that message. This is how I did it. This is how it's happening for me, and you can do this too. You can have this as well. And for many of us that are getting sober, and when we get sober in our own way. There's some of us. My mom, for instance, she's been sober since since I was a child, 1978, 1979, and she did through being a Christian. That's her belief. That's her spiritual belief. So that's her thing, and that's not for me to judge or misunderstand or any of those things. And so you have to keep an open mind about other people's recovery, other people's spirituality, their faith, their the road that they're walking on. Okay, if someone's not ready for these steps, or somebody doesn't even want to do these steps, but they're doing it a different way, that's theirs. Okay, you do you, and let them do them. There. Okay, you can't control your partner either. If your partner is recovering, you encourage that recovery. Let them sober up. Don't feel discouraged by it. Or if you're the one that's sober and they need the help, you keep an open mind to them. Don't pressure anybody into anything. Okay, we can only do this ourselves. So we've had a spiritual awakening as a result of all these stuffs. We're doing this one day at a time. Okay, it's been 2 years now. We haven't had a drink. 3 years now, we haven't had a drink. 4 years now, we haven't had a drink. 5 years, and so on. How did we do it? Okay, something is working. Something is working that hasn't worked before. And so carry that message. Help others. Help them, on that path too, as well. Pray for them. Pray for those ones that are your enemies. Pray for those ones that you don't like. Pray for those people that really piss you off, because they're the ones that are stressing you out. And the Great Spirit knows that. God knows that. Your ancestors knows that. They all know it. Your loved ones, they all know it. They all see you try. Everything you do, everything you say, it comes out. It comes out in your spirit. You can't hide it. Okay? If you're glowing, if you're happy, if you're honestly sober and you're doing what you're supposed to do to be sober, others will see that. You're honest. You're becoming honest. And you're becoming honest with yourself. You don't have to lie no more. There's nothing to lie about. You don't have to lie to yourself. You don't have to lie to anyone. Okay? You've got everything you needed to get off your chest. Help others. Help others with their recovery. Help others in their, in their steps or whatever they're trying to do. And the biggest thing is working through our past, our cycles of violence, all those, all that destructive behavior. We've got to unlearn that, and we've got to unlearn those destructive places. So when we share all that, how we got sober, how to get sober, we're helping others. Okay, and the ones that are sober, we see you, and that helps me recover also. When I see somebody doing it, getting their certificate, getting their 30-day chip, whatever, getting their 2-year medallion, 5-year medallion, you're doing it, okay? And that's what makes me smile. That's what makes me happy. I know that I'm doing the right things. When I see other people doing the right things, the same things that to help themselves, because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, we we don't want to be like that no more. And the more that we practice these principles of being sober, of living a sober, good life, healthy life, spiritual minded, mind, body, and spirit, others will see that, okay? And that's how we attract good people. So, 12 step, and that was the 12 steps of recovery that I've done for the past 12 months. And once again, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Step 12. And that'll conclude the 12 steps. And I hope that helps. And I will speak once again, and I'll do some more blogging and some more of different kinds of arts that I do, and make it all fun. So have a good weekend. Have a good month of December. And I will talk to you again. Thank you. Have a good evening.